Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
The game is expecting me to level grind. You can't just drop that on me and then not elaborate. That's not fair. He can sense us, and I really don't like it. Once you hear that music, you are stuck here and cannot leave. Until Dabura and Babidi are defeated, we are trapped. Hey guys, Saxdo26 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Legacy of Goku 3, Boo's Fury. Last time, we scoured the forest trying to find this place, and then level grinded just to get in the front door. And now begins my least favorite part of this game, and the part I've been dreading since the second I started this project. The longest area of Boo's Fury, and the only dungeon in the entire series. Babidi's ship. You might not have seen that laser turret I just scanned, and it is very easy for them to blindside you. Babidi's ship is a winding, maze-like dungeon filled to the brim with rooms, twisting paths, switches to open doors, and a lot of enemy placement that will often blindside you because it is placed in a way that the camera scrolling will warn you of enemies coming up too late. I love these games, but of everything across all three games, this area I unapologetically loathe. I do not like Babidi's ship, and I mean, to be fair, that was the energy they were going for with this guy. But oh my goodness, if there is one part of this game that makes me not look forward to coming back to it, it's gotta be this. Yeah, we talked about level grinding last time, but the level grinding required to get in is not rewarded with a good area. It is rewarded with me getting stuck behind sliding doors. Yes, it is rewarded with the area that takes the longest time to get through. Also, gotta love how you wouldn't have seen it much before because I was avoiding using energy attacks on them, but when a margin soldier sees you use an energy attack, they jump out of the way. Also, Big Bang Attack. I love the fact that I can prematurely detonate it, because that is going to be so helpful while we are here. And chances are, while we are here, I'm going to be raising everyone's level cap to be equal before we progress to the next floor. Because, yeah, I said floors. I called this place a dungeon for a reason, because it is one. This part, this area of the game may actually go on for more than one part. I can't make any promises that we can finish it in 20 minutes. Because usually when I go through it and I want to explore everything... Ooh, monocle. Is that going to be useful for me? Wearing this classy monocle gives you lots of charisma. I believe that means it increases your chances of getting money drops, I think? I'll need to double check. I know that it words it like charisma, but there is actually something in-game that it translates to. I just can't remember what it is. Point being, I do not think we're going to get through Babidi's ship in one part. Yes, we've already found 2 switches on floor 1 of this monolithic dungeon. Floor 1 is just introducing you to everything you're going to expect. What if I was to tell you that parts of this dungeon remind me of... Basically, if you took a lot of the side quests of item finding and fetching, and going through new areas to get to other areas from some of the Pokemon games. Namely the power plant. But then if you merged the power plant with Viridian Forest, and also with Mount Moon at the same time, and then put a gym leader at each floor. Yeah, that is basically Babidi's ship. I am not going to apologize for this area, and my unfortunate pessimism, because this is... It looks easy now. It looks innocent now. Moderately? Moderately. I saw that. See, you can catch them, if you've got an attack that's fast enough, you can catch the soldiers pretty quickly. Problem is, if I get them too close to the... Yeah... Melee is the way to go for these guys, because they're just... Unless you've got a wide attack like Big Bang Attack, and you can launch it off quickly, you've got to trap them in corners. And it doesn't... It It's not a foolproof strategy. Also, proof of concept, in the same way that key blasts can cancel each other out, so can lasers. So you can either get the laser cannons to hit each other, or cancel out each other's blasts, which is great. Oh, you know. No, you can't get them to hit each other, only cancel out the blasts. Okay, I remembered incorrectly. I thought they would have the same kind of hitboxes as the bombs that the henchmen drop, but no, I was mistaken. And look at that, another save point already. Ladies and gentlemen, time for our first boss fight. Just reminding you all that we're playing an RPG here. This is too easy. I figured there would be a welcoming committee, but there's barely anyone here. So you can resist Goku. You have no idea what you've gotten yourselves into. Gotten is not a word, Supreme Kai. Recheck your dictionary. You're a higher being. Do not use lazy slang. Our only hope of escape is now to destroy Babidi. Well, that's what we came in here to do, isn't it? Go on. Bless your enthusiasm. I'll solve all our problems right now and blow this place into oblivion. No, you won't. The sudden shock could accidentally set Majin Buu free. The degree to which you've underestimated him is astounding. Don't you understand? Remember the Majin soldiers looking alien? Here is their leader. Welcome, fellow warriors. You've arrived at the end of Stage 1. Master Babidi is the bottom of this ship. We are currently at the top level of the ship, also known as Stage 1, and there's no way of getting down to him, unless you beat the boss warrior that appears at the end of each stage. But don't worry about that, because none of you will make it out of Stage 1 alive. Alright, who gets to fight first? I'll fight him. I want to get this over with as quickly as possible. Wait, you don't intend to fight by yourself, do you? Of course I do. What other way is there? Do you not realize that as I destroy you, every ounce of energy you have will be absorbed by this ship and channeled directly into Majin Buu? You will not survive this battle. With Pui Pui, death is a certainty. As opposed to Kui, who Vegeta killed in one blast on Namek, but again, not included in the plot of the games. This guy is really annoying, why don't you stop? Thank you, Team Foresight.
I'm running errands!
More like running your mouth! How about you run those hands?
I think you failed to understand me. Do you realize where I'm from? I'm from the planet Zune. Last I checked, Zune is a two-headed dog. It's a place where gravity is 10 times that of Earth. That gives me the advantage. Do you realize who you're talking to? Maybe if it was 500 times Earth's gravity, you would have an advantage, or more like an even playing field. I was training in 450 times gravity just the other day, and I didn't break a sweat. And technically so was Trunks. You're bluffing! Try me. Now, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, because my goodness, Pui Pui is not an intimidating challenge. And I'm amazed he hasn't even fired a Ki Blast at me. I can't even remember if he does. But based again on the level of threat he is not presenting, I think the most satisfactory thing to do is just watch Big Bang Attack kill him. And now Vegeta's level 88! Onward to the next floor! Did you really think you could beat the Prince of all Saiyans? And much like the first floor, we can't go back to floor 1 because, again, we cannot leave. So, Vegeta's had a little bit of a head start, and as we go, we're going to be making sure everyone's levels are remotely similar. Most likely by the end of this, everyone's either going to be closer to level 95 or 100. Next, we're going in with, actually, I'm going to stick with Vegeta for a bit, just because I haven't been using him that much. When he gets to level 90, that's when I'm going to change it around a bit. Because, again, we haven't been using him much at all, since, like, beyond the stuff I've been doing off screen. Now, are those Tabi dirty? I can never remember. Dirty Tabi. So we can equip Dirty Tabi, they're just not going to be at their optimal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Punching the Prince of all Saiyans. Yeah, we gotta speed this up, because otherwise this dungeon is going to take forever and a half. So, we have a split path. Left or down? I'm gonna start with left, because they actually give us a switch there. And I mean, hey, If they're going to do the courtesy, I might as well do it. But this is, what a time. What a time this is going to be. So yeah, Pui Pui is from the planet Zune, and so are all of the Margin soldiers who are of the same race as him. So, tiny bits of world building that I do like. And yeah, that's why they all have the same armor. I thought of bringing it up last time, but the only thing I really could bring up is the fact that it kind of reminds me of the look that Cooler has. But again, not the same species. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going, Vegeta. And now they have soldiers with shields. Margin, shield soldier. Now here's the funny thing. If I can line it up right. If I scan them with their shield sideways, it counts as a separate journal entry. And even funnier than that, I can scan them without the shield, and they still come up as a Margin shield soldier. So, every Margin shield soldier technically has 3 different scouter entries, based on whether there's a position of the shield, whether they're blocking with it, or whether they still have the shield at all. I don't understand it, but I found it out by accident, and I think it's hilarious. There we go, much better. Honestly, I'm half tempted to just go through this floor as Vegeta and then even everyone out before we keep going, because Vegeta's not gonna get all the fun, but no. See, that's the tricky thing with this area is, every time I go through it, there is always a lot of grinding on top of the lengthy dungeon. So the dungeon itself is lengthy, and then the amount of leveling up I need to do for the other characters so that they're not disadvantaged for their fights on other floors gets a bit crazy. So, I don't know. Vegeta's level, 89 now. I'll get it to level 90, and then we'll just see how it goes. Instinctively breaking open barrels, even though they'll only give me healing items to use from the menu. On that note, actually, I'm getting so silly. Like I've got so many vanilla sodas, I should be using them. There we go. Gotcha. So now Vegeta's level 90. Okay, and he didn't have a skill go up, which means, yep, it is level 100 for the next energy attack upgrade. Tell you what, and that's a good start. I'm gonna take him back to the save point and switch to... I'm gonna switch to someone else. There we go, Vegeta. Did you one better and got you to level 91. Okay, there. Now, since Vegeta's level 91, next person we're going to go in with, from memory, based on what I remember of the rest of the floors, the most logical person to throw in next is Goku. So I'm going to do exactly that, and we're going to focus on Goku for a bit. Again, I've got no idea how I'm going to edit this, how I'm going to speed it up, how I'm going to put it all together. I could do what I did for the Ninja Hideout and the switches. The map layout is determined on the switch order. But here, the main problem is that the map is just confusing. But yeah, this is the point in the game where if you don't push through it, this is the hurdle that, for me, I nearly stopped at, I will admit. Because of how long it took, how laborious the actual length of the game was, and the fact that I was worried this was going to set the tone for the rest of the game. And in some respects, yes, but in the respect of this place being a dungeon, no. This does not set the tone for the game, and I'm glad, because past this, my enjoyment goes back through the roof, and I love it. But like, you've got to push through this to see that bit. And that always bums me out, because, you know, going through the World Martial Arts Tournament, having the nostalgia of all of, you know, Gohan's first day of school and all that jazz, and then you get here, and I'm like, oh no, I've got to do the dungeon that if I don't grind for levels more as I'm doing it is gonna bite me. That's what this dungeon is like. The level entry was level 85, but if I brought in anyone else at a lower level, they'd need to get through here at a lower level. 85 is the entry point, and you should make everyone that. And even then, having Goku lower than Vegeta might already hurt me. Fingers crossed it doesn't. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. The stage 2 boss from memory isn't too bad. Floor 3 is an absolute pain, and I'm... That's where it all culminates. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep in every bit of footage from this, and based on what floors and which locations I have to go to, I'm going to speed it up. Okay, no one on this side, but there are soldiers on that side. Ooh! A ghost costume! What even... Halloween costume. Well, it increases my endurance more than the, what do I have on? The cotton gi. Ooh. The Halloween costume is the best option for me. Put on the clean gloves, too. And the one-ton. Nah, yeah, there we go. We'll put that back on. Because we want to be giving Goku as much experience as possible, I think. Alright, now that we've got all our equipment sorted, I'm going to do that. I'm going to max back out Goku's health. Super Saiyan energy. Save. Time to take on the boss of stage 2. It's like say the end of stage 2. Since I fought the last one, you can have this one, Kakarot. Hey, what's happening? Babidi must have used his magic to change the arena to a place where it is advantageous to the opponent. There is the boss of stage 2. Boy, he sure is ugly. Yummy, which one of you do I eat first? This is the boss of stage 2? Why do I have to fight this one? He looks big, but he kinda looks a bit dumb to me. Yeah? Be careful, I know this monster. His name is Yakon. He is one of the most feared monsters in the universe. And he hides in a cave. Yakon is a much rougher opponent for Goku than Kui Kui was. And he blocks a lot. And he's also incredibly fast. Something we've got to be very mindful of. If you can do this fight... Oh boy! And then he, Vegeta, he stole your move! Just unapologetically using a final flash there. What are you doing? And he also spawns miniatures, mini Yakons, who individually have half as much health as him. And oh boy, they are problematic. Wait, what? Oh, there are more of them. Okay. I didn't realize there were that many. Wait, is he spawning more? Did I miss one? I did. Ooh! Demon mask. Well noted. Alright. That's enough of that nonsense.
It was at this moment he knew. He fricked up.
Oh, crud, I forgot about that. He also heals with energy. I was pretty sure there were some more enemies other than the androids who healed using energy, but I should have known one of them was going to be here. And bingo, it was Yakon. Goku's best advantage right now is to just lay into him. Because unfortunately, this is an endurance battle. Yakon's defense is very high. And if he keeps getting successive hits on me, he's just going to go straight into that blast attack again. And healing him was a big mistake. But if I can keep punching him, I should be able to not only break through his defenses, but then cancel out his attack, and also be getting enough to be refilling my energy bar, which is good. Oh no you don't, I can see what you're doing. He wants to go back in the cave and spawn more mini-me's. You are not doing that, sir. Punch him to the front of the stage and just leave him there. Oh boy. There we are. Goku is now level 88. And with that, he explodes in a glorious explosion. But we're not done. As the Z-Fighters dive deeper into Babidi's ship, closer Majin Buu comes to revival. Will they be able to stop it? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.